Good morning, good Friday morning, everyone. I know I'm exactly 1 hour early, but today there are more errands to run. Constance and I have to go pick up manure. Yes, manure for the backyard garden that she's working on. And today I'm going to do a little brief thing here because I ran across something I felt moved to share with you this morning. And it comes from Aleister Crowley's Magical and Philosophical Commentaries on the Book of the Law. This is a beautiful, beautiful edition that I'm sure is very unattainable at the moment. I just wanted to read uh, one little short thing from it this morning. First of all, I've got to remind everyone that when it comes to the Book of the Law, uh, Crowley really didn't want people interpreting the Book of the Law, which is a great idea because, well, here's exactly what he says. Now, this is a Class A comment, meaning the comment can't even be changed in a style of a letter. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. The study of this book is forbidden. It is wise to destroy this copy after first reading. Whoso disregards this does so at his own risk and peril. These are most dire. Those who discuss the contents of this book are to be shunned by all as centers of pestilence. All questions of the law are to be decided only by appeal to my writings, each for himself. There is no law beyond do what thou wilt. Love is the law, love under will. The priest of the princes, Onkoff and Kansu. And that's the Class A comment. So, this book is a collection of Crowley's comments. Crowley's writings we can appeal to for questions, and then we decide for ourselves what things mean. And even the great teachers of the various Thelemic organizations do not presume to interpret the Book of the Law uh, for anyone else but themselves, and which is a wise thing because look what terrible things have happened with people interpreting other holy scriptures. If you fill in the blanks, okay. First of all, and I was just going through this last night, and that's why I'm off on this trip this morning. Here is Crowley's comment on the comment. No, actually, this is comment on the title of the Book of the Law. Okay. So this is Crowley. This is not Lon. Lon is not digressing at the moment. In the first edition, this book is called L. I mean, capital L, period. L is the sacred letter in the Holy 12-fold table, which forms the triangle that stabilizes the universe, unquote. Okay. He's referring to the Holy 12-fold table, which is the Holy Table right there. And there's the 12-fold table inside the Holy Table. Now, do you see those letters that look like C? C with two little things sticking out their left-hand side? See? C, C, C. Okay, and they form a triangle. Do you see? Well, I'll point to them just in case you missed that. Okay. That's an L, L, oh, and L. Boy, I can't get used to doing this. C, C, C. But that's an Enochian L. Let's see. L is the sacred letter in the Holy 12-fold table, which forms the triangle that stabilizes the universe. See Liber 418. That's vision in the voice. L is the letter of Libra, balance, and justice in the tarot. This title should probably be Al. Okay, I'm stopping there. It's spelled capital A, capital L. But going back to Crowley, but that's pronounced L, as L was heard of the voice of Aiwass and not seen. L, L, spelled A-L, is the true name of the book, for these letters and their number form 31. Oh, excuse me. A-L is the true name of the book, for these letters and their numbers form 31, the master key to its mysteries. In order that the ethical and philosophical comments should be understood by the common people without interruption, I have decided to transfer to an appendix all considerations drawn from the numerical system of cipher, which is interspersed with a more straightforward manner in this book. That appendix will be found in an account of the character of this cipher called Kabbalah, and the mysteries thus indicated. Because of the impracticality of communicating them in verbal form and the necessity of proving to the student that the author of the book is possessed of knowledge beyond any yet acquired by man. And there's footnote says there's only a few fragments of that appendix that has survived. Unfortunately, those aren't included in any piece of literature that I have or have read or know of. Okay, so there's that funny little thing. All I want to do this morning is this one thing, the first line of the Book of the Law, chapter 1, verse 1. And it just says, had the manifestation of Nuit. And that's what we're going to talk about this morning. We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to hear what Crowley has to say about that. Two comments, an old one and a new one. I'll read the old one first. For had, and that's had with an exclamation mark, the manifestation of Nuit, period. Compare with chapter 2, verse 1, which is the complement of this verse. So I'm just going to turn, so I'm going to stop there and go to that which says, knew the hiding of Hadith. Okay, So the first one is Had, the manifestation of Nuit, and he says compare that with Nu, the hiding of Hadit. Okay, now I'm going to zip up Lon here. Go back just to reading Crowley. Had, the manifestation of Nuit. Compare to 1. The complement of this verse. In Nu is had concealed. By had is Nu manifested. Nu being 56 and had 9, their conjunction results in 65. Adonai, the holy guardian angel. Also Hur, spelled H-O-O-R, who combines the forces of the sun with that of Mars. Adonai is primarily solar, but 65 is a number sacred to Mars. See Sephiroth and the Wake World in Conks Pax for further details on 65. Note, moreover, when I said 65 is the sacred number of Mars, and that's where Crowley's comment ends. And these are other notes. Okay. So that was Crowley's old comment on Had, the manifestation of Nuit. Compared to 1, the complement of this verse, in Nu is had concealed. By Had is Nu manifested. Nu being 56 and had 9, their conjunction results in 65. Adonai, the holy guardian angel. Also Hur, who combines the forces of the sun with that of Mars. Adonai is the primary solar, but 65 is the number sacred to Mars. That's all he had to say at first. The second comment, or the new comment, I guess it's how it's identified. The theogony of our law is entirely scientific. Nuit is matter. Hadit is motion. In their full physical sense. The proton and the electron, in a metaphysical sense, suggest close analogies. They are the Tao, T-A-O, and the Day, T-E-H, of Chinese philosophy. Or to put it very simply, the noun and verb in grammar. Our central truth, beyond other philosophies, is that these two infinities cannot exist apart. This extensive subject must be studied in our other writings, notably Bereshit, my own magical diaries, especially those of 1919, 1920, and 1921, and the Book of Wisdom or Folly. See also The Soldier and the Hunchback. For further information concerning Nuit and Hadit is given in the course of this book, but I must here mention that the brother mentioned in connection with the wizard Amalanthra, Shamal Bar Iwaz, identifies them with Anu and Adad, the supreme mother and father deities of the Sumerians. Taken in connection with the Iwaz identification, this is very striking indeed. It is also to be considered that Nu is connected with the north, while Had is Sad, S-A-D, Set, Satan, Sat. And Sat equals being in Sanskrit, Crowley tells us, and the south. He is in the sun, the 1 point concentric space. He is also Oh, as is also any other star. The word abrahadabra is from abrasax, father's son, which adds to 365. For the north-south antithesis, see Fabre de Lauvet's hermeneutic interpretation of the origin of the social state of man. Note, sax is also a rock, a stone, hence the symbol of the cubic stone, the mountain Abiagnus, and so forth. Nu is also reflected in naus, ship, etc., and that the whole symbolism of hollow space, which is familiar to all. There is also the question of identifying Nu with On, Noah, Oannes, Jonah, John, Dianus, Diana, and so on. But these identifications are all partial only. Different facets of the diamond of truth. We may neglect all these questions and remain in the simplicity of this, her own book. That is Crowley's comments on Had, the manifestation of Nuit. And that should be food for thought. Should you choose to chew on it. And I'm going to have to start my weekend early. So thank you for being with me this week. It's been a crazy week. Start your weekend early. Continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.